Welcome back, everybody. My name's Randy. Of course, you're watching the 5.5 Garage, and today we'll be adding another installment to my Turbo Miata build series. Today's video's not going to be that technical. I have a couple of things I need to remove from the engine. I need to remove my alternator. I need to take off the old engine mounts. I also need to remove the thermostat housing off the back of the block. And since I have this extra time, I'm thinking about go ahead and tearing down the engine a bit to replace all of the gaskets and seals. Now, I said earlier that I did buy a full gasket set, so I have a valve cover gasket, I got cam seals, I have a front main seal, I have all these things that I can replace, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. As well, after digging around in my garage for a bit, I did find I had a brand new water pump and a brand new timing set and a brand new fuel filter. And I will eventually add those to this motor as well, but I don't think I'll be doing those in this video, so that gives you guys something to look forward to. If something pops up, I will come back in front of the camera and let you guys know what happened. Other than that, I'm gonna get started. I'm going to explain a little bit about why these parts are coming off and probably not going back on the finished motor when I go to drop it back in the car. First thing, let's start with the motor mounts. And this is the steel bracket that is attached to your motor. And then your motor mount is situated like this, and then there's a cup that's on the frame that the bottom half sits in, it bolts down. And this is what's resisting the twisting motion when you rev your engine or you accelerate, and these help control some of the NVH, which is the noise vibration harshness. And basically these are what's holding your motor to the frame. The issue with my motor mounts is they are completely shot. And it's not just this one, it's this one as well. If you are following my Instagram, you should be following my Instagram, you saw these the day that I purchased them, but what they are is a set of AWR racing motor mounts. Now these, I believe, are the 90 Durameter. I'm not for sure because I bought them used, but these will go on to replace those destroyed rubber mounts. And one of the benefits of these is that they have these bushings, and these might be the 70 Durameter bushings. I'm not for sure. I'll have to double check. But if for whatever reason these bushings wear out, I can just unscrew this apart, pop these old bushings out, put in a brand new set, screw them back together, and I'm good to go. These are going to ensure that my motor's not rocking around and I'm not losing any propelling force to the twisting motion of the engine. So when I hit the gas, that motor's going to be locked in and it's going to help propel the car forward. Here is the starter. Now there's nothing wrong with the starter. It works perfectly fine. It was fine when I pulled it from the car. But the reason I want to replace it is I want to get my hands on an MB starter, because for the simple fact that it's smaller and a little bit lighter. And this one needs to be replaced anyway, and since I am taking stuff apart and I'm assessing what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to replace, it might be a good time just to go ahead and replace this so I don't have to deal with any problems later. Like, I don't want to, you know, do all this work, put everything back together and drive the car for like a week or two and then my starter goes out when I could have just easily replaced it now. I'm going to wrap it up there today. I was able to get those pieces off. I got a lot of work done. Now I have to figure out whether or not I want to take my alternator to a local rebuild shop and get it cleaned and rebuilt, or if I just want to just buy a new one and not have to deal with all of that. As well, I got to go and source an MB starter and figure out whether I want to buy one that's been used or buy a new one. But as for now, I got to clean up a little bit in here. I have to call the alternator rebuild shop and see where they're at, see if I can get it in. I also have to go and find myself an MB starter, as well as a couple other small little things that I've noticed that I'm probably going to have to buy. So I'm going to get started on that, and I will see you guys on the next one.